All right, so you sent us this big stack of articles about OpenAI's O1 model. Seems like chain of thought, that's the big thing everyone's talking about. You really want to cut through the hype, figure out what's actually a big deal.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of buzz out there, and for good reason. I think it's really a different way of processing information, not just like a small step forward.
So not just like crunching numbers faster this time.
Exactly. Yeah. Think of it this way. It's almost like the AI is hitting the pause button before it gives you the answer. Breaking a problem down into those steps, just like we would, like a person would.
So it's almost like we get to see its work, like see how it's thinking.
Yeah, it makes the reasoning process transparent. And that's huge, right? Because with the older models, we just got the answer. We didn't see how they got there.
Right.
And this chain of thought approach, it's not just showing off. It actually lets O1 tackle these more complex problems, analyzing scientific research, finding patterns in data, things like that, stuff that we haven't really seen before.
Okay. So less about, winning at trivia night and more about really digging into complex topics. And we've got some really interesting examples in these articles of how that works in action.
Absolutely. Like one article talks about how O1 analyzed a research paper on the effectiveness of different cancer treatments. And I mean, that's something that usually takes a lot of time and expertise just to understand.
Yeah, for sure. And what happened? Did O1 just spit out a bunch of technical jargon?
No, not at all. Instead of just giving like a basic summary, O1 actually pulled out the key variables, compared the methods they used, even pointed out some potential weaknesses in the study's design, like genuine insights that even someone who's really familiar with that field might miss.
Wow. That's incredible. It's like having your own expert researcher highlighting the important stuff.
Yeah.
But I did notice some of these articles mention that OpenAI is being kind of secretive about O1's inner workings, like this whole strawberry code name thing.
Right.
Makes me wonder, are they just being cautious or is there something truly revolutionary they're hiding?
It's interesting, right? I mean, OpenAI is definitely playing their cards close to the chest on this one. The articles kind of hint at a few reasons for that. First of all, O1 uses a brand new optimization algorithm, and it's trained on a massive data set. I mean, we're talking tons of scientific papers, all kinds of stuff. It's complex.
Right.
And that makes it hard to explain simply. And second, let's be real, they're probably trying to stay ahead of the competition. The AI world moves fast.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So it's like they're trying to innovate, but also be responsible, right?
Yeah.
But then there's all this talk about O1 hallucinating. That doesn't sound very responsible.
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? And the answer, like always, is it depends.
Oh, come on. You can't leave me hanging like that. What does it depend on?
Okay. So O1, it's built to be more accurate, more reliable, right? But it could still get things wrong. It can still create information that's misleading. That's what they mean by hallucinating. Like, the AI might sound very sure of itself, but what it's saying isn't quite true.
So is it just making stuff up?
No, it's not about intention. It's about limitations.
Yeah.
Even with all that chain of thought stuff, O1 is still working with patterns in data. And sometimes it misinterprets those patterns, connects the dots in a way that leads to a hallucination.
Okay, I get it. So how do we know what to believe? How do we sort out the fact from the fiction when we're looking at what O1 produces?
That's where we have to use our own judgment. Just because an AI says something's true doesn't mean we should just accept it. It's like anything else on the internet. We got to cross-reference, check other sources, use our critical thinking skills.
Yeah, don't believe everything you read, right?
Yeah, exactly. And this is where O1's transparency can be really helpful. Since we can see its chain of thought, we can actually look at how it reached its conclusion.
Yeah.
We can see if it makes sense or if there are any flaws in its logic.
So we're not just taking the AI's word for it. We're like looking under the hood, checking its work.
Exactly. It's about being actively involved with the AI, not just passively accepting whatever it tells us.
Which actually brings up another question. How much is it going to cost to use this thing? Because I was reading that using O1 through their API is way more expensive than GPT-4o.
Yeah, that's true. O1's more powerful, but that comes at a cost, literally. Developers, they're the ones who will feel it most, especially if they want to use it in their apps.
Right.
But for the average person, it might not be such a big deal.
Especially with all this talk about a free O1 mini coming out soon.
Exactly. We don't have all the details yet, but yeah, that could make it much more accessible.
Okay. So while we're waiting for O1 Mini to drop, let's get back to those real-world examples. We talked about it analyzing cancer research, but you sent some articles with even more uses for this thing, like that one where O1 went up against human programmers in a coding competition.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. The way O1 could just break down the problem, write efficient code. It even beats some really experienced programmers.
That's kind of scary, isn't it?
Yeah, it shows just how much potential O1 has. Automating tasks, helping humans, it can do a lot.
It wasn't just about, spitting out code either. It was solving the problem strategically.
Exactly. And this goes way beyond coding. There was another article about O1 optimizing delivery routes for a company.
So, like, instead of just looking at the numbers, it was getting creative.
Yeah, it had to account for traffic, delivery windows, even fuel efficiency. And it actually found a way to save the company time and money.
That's thinking outside the box. Or maybe inside the algorithm, I guess. But it wasn't all perfect, was it? I read that while O1 is great at logic and stuff, it doesn't always get humor or sarcasm. It's not great at those more subtle things, right?
Right. O1's a powerful tool, but it's not perfect. It's still got a ways to go, especially when it comes to understanding human language and all its little nuances.
Oh, that reminds me, actually. One article mentioned that O1 can be kind of slow sometimes, like slower than GPT-4o, even taking like 10 seconds to answer.
Yeah, that's the trade-off, I guess. You get all that processing power, that deep chain of thought, but it takes a bit longer, especially for those simpler questions, where you need an answer right away.
Right, got to use the right tool for the job. But still, even with those little quirks, it seems like O1 is a pretty big deal in the AI world.
Oh, absolutely. And it's important to remember, we're just getting started with this, really. This technology, it's always changing, always improving. Imagine what it'll be like when these chains of thought can go on for like hours, days even.
Wow. We're talking about AI that could, like, come up with new scientific theories or invent something totally new.
Exactly. But it's not even just about those big problems. It's about how we understand things, how we learn. Imagine, instead of just giving us answers, AI helps us ask better questions. Challenges us to think differently.
So it's not about replacing us, it's about making us smarter.
Exactly. Like having a superpowered research assistant who's always there to help us make sense of the world.
That's a great way to put it. This has been such a fascinating look at O1. Really makes you think about the future,
It really does.
But even with all this amazing potential, we got to be careful, right? We can't just blindly trust everything an AI tells us.
Oh, absolutely not. We've
Good.
got to stay sharp. Keep our critical thinking skills up. AI is a tool. It's not magic. It's up to us to use it in a way that benefits everyone.
Well said. So as we wrap up this deep dive on O1, what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away from all this?
I think the most important thing to remember is we're entering a whole new world of AI, one that's all about transparency, about working together. O1 is just a taste of what's possible. And as this technology keeps growing, we need to be a part of that journey, make sure it's used for good.
And that starts with staying informed, right? Asking the tough questions. This has been a really incredible conversation. And I have a feeling we're going to be talking about O1 a lot more in the future.
I think you're right. There's a lot more to come.
Until next time, everyone, keep learning and keep exploring the amazing world of AI.